Hello, awesome artists, and welcome to this week's installment of OMG Origami! Today we're going to be making the ever popular fortune teller! Woohoo! So go grab yourself a piece of paper and a pair of scissors and let's go! Alright, so for this activity we're going to need a piece of paper. Now, ultimately, we need a square piece of paper, but if you're like me, all I have here at home is a little bit of copy paper and some notebook paper. Either one of these will work. Just our first step will be turning a rectangular piece of paper into a square. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold the top of my paper so it folds to meet the side of my paper. I want to be really careful when I'm doing this so that I get my creases nice and straight. Okay, so now I have a triangular piece with a little rectangular piece down the bottom. This is where we need the scissors. So this line here, where those two pieces meet, is what I'm going to cut off. And I want to cut carefully so that I don't have a jagged edge. Now, if it's not picture perfect and it has a little mess up, that's no big deal. All right, so now when I open this up, ta-da, I have a square piece of paper. Now, I've already folded it diagonally one way, so I'm going to turn it and I'm going to fold the other direction diagonally as well. Now, if at any point during the video, if I'm going too fast, just pause it until you catch up and then start it up again. All right, so now I have some fold lines here. I'm also going to fold it from top to bottom, trying to line up those edges. And I always, when I'm making origami, I always want to get a nice crisp fold. Then I'm going to open it again one more time, and I'm going to turn it and fold the other side, top to bottom, okay? All right, so now I have all my fold lines. I'm going to open it up. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each corner and I'm going to fold it so that it lines up with the corners. See those lines that are made here? I'm going to line up my corners with that and bring the corner of my paper to the center of my paper. And I'm going to keep doing that with all four sides. This is where those folds that we did just a minute ago come in and keep things handy. It helps us to keep our lines really nice and straight. Okay? Once we've done all four sides, we're going to flip our paper over and we're going to do the same thing again. So I'm going to take each corner and I'm going to fold it to the center of my paper. Okay? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so now that I have those pieces folded, I'm going to take the top and I'm going to fold it in half, just like that. And I have a finished origami, but here's the trick. You have to open it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my thumb in that first little piece. I'm going to do that on the other side and then kind of push it out. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to put my finger in. And the last one can be the trickiest. You might need your parents' help with this. But when you're finished, your fortune teller should look like this. Now that you have a finished origami, let's finish it with our words and colors. So what I did is I took my origami and I colored each flap a different color. Okay? And then just to practice my spelling, I also wrote the name of the color, red, blue, green, and yellow, on each flap. Now you can make yours any color you want. Definitely practice your spelling. Then inside of my origami, on each little part, I numbered 1 through 8. Okay? That comes in handy because then later on, you're going to lift each flap and underneath you're going to write your fortunes. You write a different fortune under each flap. Okay? So when you're ready to play, this is how you do it. You play with a friend and ask them to pick a color. What color would you like? Blue? That's my favorite color! B-L-U-E. Ooh, Number 3, 4, 7, or 8. Which one would you like? Number 3, 1, 2, 3. Now pick 1, 2, 5, or 6. Number 2, 1, 2. Now pick another one. Number 5. All right, so now I'm going to lift the flap for number 5, and your fortune says you will make great art. How did it know? I know that fortune's going to come true for all of you because you are awesome artists. Thanks for joining me today for OMG Origami. I'll see you next week.